Right. So we are on our backs, using the bolster in any way that you like, just settling in, taking up lots of space. And I'm going to start off with a passage. So this title of this passage is Joy is Your Next Lesson. Learning compassion, understanding, love, and experiencing joy. That's our purpose, our reason for being here. That's our true mission on this planet. Learning compassion may have been difficult because in order to feel compassion for others without judging, we had to go through difficult times ourselves. Times when, despite our best efforts, we couldn't help ourselves. Times when, despite our searching, we couldn't find the answers. As many say, it is usually our own pain and problems that make us compassionate. Understanding love may have taken many years, many heartbreaks, and much searching and grasping until we discovered that the key to love was our own heart. Until we discovered that love wasn't exactly what we thought or hoped it would be. Now it's different and better. Don't give up. Don't stop now. Don't let the residue, the pain from the early parts of your journey, stop you from going forward. We first had to learn about compassion and love in order to learn joy. The hard work is done. Now you have reached your reward. Now it is time to learn joy. Continuing to breathe on your back. Continuing with your eyes closed, even if you'd like. Inhaling fully and exhaling. Maybe spending some time before we get into class thinking about that passage and what it means to you, if it hits home for you. Maybe thinking about where you are on your journey, thinking about where you have the most compassion for people, maybe thinking about the hard times in your life, just taking it all in because it's all you. It makes you what makes all those things are part of your life, right? A part of your journey. All those things make up you. All these things leading to joy, and joy is forever. It's not fleeting like happiness. It's not attached to things. It's deeper than that. But think about where your joy is, your joy meter. Is it high? Is it low? What can you do to make it high? What's missing for you? And doing all this work without judgment on yourself, giving yourself grace. And I think we are the most valued. I think like our pain in our life, the things that have happened to us, it just kind of, I think they happen to us so now we can go off and help others that are going through the exact same things. So, be good with even the bad parts, even the pain. And you're thinking about how can you turn that pain into good? How can you help others from that pain? So much to think about. But now just let it all go. Focus just on this hour on your mat today. And picking up all those questions after class. Really working on it later. If you want. It is really good work to do at the end of the year, though, to reflect and then to move forward in 2024. Now on your mat here, just continuing to breathe. Full inhale. Belly rises and exhale slowly back out. Continuing to breathe. Stay for 3 more. From here, inhale, reach your arms back, pointing your toes. And exhale, release. And we'll do it again. Inhale, full body stretch. And exhale, release. Last one, full body stretch. And this time, very carefully, maybe just one knee at a time, hugging your knees into your chest. Again, just taking your time getting there. I'm moving especially slow this morning. Like I said before, my back is a little tight, a little angry with me. Sitting too much over the holiday. Little break and jumping right back into exercise yesterday. Not good. All right, just carefully rocking from side to side. Just continuing to breathe. And then from here, we're going to ease over to our right side, just kind of sleeping baby. And we're going to stay here. We're going to work on a supine twist. I call it Chris style. And so your bolster can go between your knees if you like it there for support. I think it feels really good. It's actually really good for your back. Or if you want it more underneath your knee for support, go for it. So bending your knees, we're going to take so this is my right side. So my right arm's on the bottom here. And then I'm going to take my left arm, sweeping it around up over my head, like making a rainbow, and then out to the left. So left shoulder grounds down. You might need to adjust your knees right into the supine twist. Closing your eyes and settling in. Just getting my timer, so don't mind me here. All right. Just focusing on your back and anywhere else you're feeling those stretch. Relax through your shoulders and your neck. Gaze straight up or even over to your left to go even deeper into this twist if you like. Okay, let's release out of this and let go of your bolster for a moment. Let's ease to the center, full body stretch. And from here, let's come into banana. We're just going to stick on the same side. So I'm going to start on my left edge of my, I'm just going to really get rid of that bolster. I'm going to wiggle over. If we're on my yoga mat, just imagine. I'm just to wiggle all the way over to my left side of my yoga mat, keeping my left hip on the yoga mat. And I'm going to try my best to keep my chest and hip, belly button, everything still pointing to the sky. I'm going to bring my arms back behind me. I just kind of hold on to my wrist. You could go ragdoll and kind of hold on to your elbows, or even cactus arms and just bring your arms back behind you, or hold on to your fingers, just whatever works. And start with your feet flexed, and you're just going to take both of your feet to the far corner. So that would be your right corner. Going even deeper, you could take your left ankle on top of your right if you're able to. And don't push this or force it. Your feet don't have to go to the actual corner, but just towards the corner. And you want to keep that left hip right exactly where it is. Don't move it. And you're going to start to wiggle your upper body again towards keyword right to the right corner. So you should form a crescent moon or a banana. Same thing, right? And we're just going to breathe here, easing into or easing out of really any tightness that you're feeling in that left side. Steady breath. Just continuing to focus on your breathing, staying present on your mat. And let's carefully release out of this. Ease back to the center of your mat carefully. And I'm going to stay here for a moment, just taking my knees out, or my feet out wide, sorry, windshield wipering my knees. Right, again, very carefully, hugging one knee at a time into your chest. You can continue to rock from side to side, eventually coming all the way up to all fours. Or if you want to rock from one end of your spine to the next, let's come on up. Ooh. All right, let's make our way into all fours. And I know I have a lot of, we've got a lot to do on the other side. I'm not going to forget about it. At least I hope. But let's take a few cat and cows while we're here. So inhale to cow. And then round to cat. I'm moving especially slow this morning in my cows and cats. You go your own breath pace, just one to the other. Pressing the ground away in cat, pulling your belly button in, tucking your chin. Cow, crown of your head, tailbone to the sky, belly drops. One more time in cat. And then making your way into a comfortable seat. And then from here, let's take a full inhale. And then coming into prayer. Let's just pause here and close your eyes. Gaze down or do both. And let's set an intention for class. So you think to yourself that first word that pops into your mind, what do you want to get out of class? What is your goal? For mine, it's lower back tension to release it. Just do one more breath. All right. So let's stay up seated, and we're going to take a seated side bend, incorporating our yoga block here. So just take a nice big inhale, and then exhale down into this sort of side bend. And you can kind of keep your forearm down on this if you like to. Both hips stay grounded, especially that left one. We're just going to take that left arm over and just hang out here. It is renew and restore, so don't worry about, just really having that block support you there. I wouldn't, try not to dump too much into your side body, like collapsing. But you've got that block there for support. You could always grab your bolster as well. We're not going to stay here long at all. Just a few more breaths. Of course, you could have that block out even farther for even a deeper side body stretch if you've got it in you. And one more. And release. All right. Let's make our way back down to, actually, let's do one more thing here. I'm just going to make this really hard for myself to remember everything that we have to do. All right, so let's take an alley twist using the bolster. Placing the bolster at your right hip. So my left leg is like extended out. So I'm going to place a hand on either side of the bolster. Big inhale. And then you're going to bring your belly and chest down to the bolster, and you have a choice to rest on your left cheek or your right. If you're facing away from your legs, that's going to be a deeper stretch. You pick. Let the bolster completely support you, and breathe. And empty out. And carefully come on back up. And I'm just going to go to the other side. We're going to kind of go through everything on the other side, but backwards. So we'll start with our twist. You're using the bolster. So again, setting yourself up. My left hip is on my bolster now. Big inhale, belly, chest, slowly come down. Again, your choice to rest on whatever cheek you like. And again, letting the bolster completely support you. Breathe. Yeah. And carefully come on up. And we'll come into our side body. Just bend here and grabbing your block. You could use your bolster just from a cross-legged position. Take a nice big inhale, reach up to the sky. And release. Again, I'm going to place my hand, or you could do forearm, elbow, whatever. And then coming right into that side body. Move here. Both hips are grounded. And breathe. A few more breaths. Full inhales and exhales. And empty out and very carefully coming back up. Let's make our way into tabletop, all fours, hands and knees. Inhaling when you're ready for cow, and then back to cat. We'll take two more. All right, now I'm going to ease down to my stomach here. We're just going to add this, just kind of a little bit of movement here before we hold another pose. So it was sort of a modified up dog. Soft elbows, my quads are grounded, shoulders back and down. I'm just wiggling my hips. You can lie all the way down if you wanted and wiggle out. And I know crescent moon came before the twist. We are going to come into our twist. So this time I'm trying to think, the last time we did it, my left leg was on top, so I was on my right side. All right, so we're going to roll over to your left side this time. I had to think about it for a minute to prepare for our twist, Chris style. So again, if you want to use that bolster for your supine twist, I like it between my knees. Go ahead and get that there to get ready. And then your left arm is going to come out. And then I'm going to take my right arm and just rainbow, kind of bring it behind me. Then open up. Gazing up towards the sky or towards your right hand. It's up to you. Making any adjustments that you need. Right shoulder's grounded. Very carefully empty out. I'm going to get rid of your bolster. Come to the center of your mat. And before we come into crescent, we'll just go ahead and windshield wiper our knees from side to side, releasing our lower back. And then we'll make our way over to the right edge of our mat. And again, to start, we're going to take our arms back behind us for you. And bring your feet to the left corner. Keep your right hip glued. And then add your upper body when you're ready. And breathe, opening up, staying open to the sky. All right, and let's carefully ease out of this. A little bit of crescent. Now let's just stay here for a moment. Constructive rest pose with your knees on one another, resting, feet out wide. Just take another breath here. Okay, you can roll over to your side. You can rock right back up. But let's go ahead, however you want to get there. Let's press back up. Come into a cross-legged position. Let's take a nice big inhale. And let's twist to your right. Every inhale, sitting up tall. And exhaling, twisting. One more. Okay, come back to center. Big inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, twist to your other side. Move with your breath. Let's come into child's pose, supportive. So grab your bolster, knees or big toes together, knees out as wide as you like. And you're just starting here by sitting on your heels, grabbing that bolster, and keeping that length in your back as you come all the way down, belly, chest, to your bolster, resting on your favorite cheek again. And we'll end up resting on both sides of our cheeks, or both cheeks. But we'll start on one, so just pick one cheek, and then halfway through, I'll tell you when to flip. Switch and rest on your other cheek. Let's ease up out of this, taking your time. Again, just putting the bolster to the side, and let's meet up in tabletop, hands and knees. Bringing some movement. You can start really small into these circles. Going bigger and bigger with each circle. Exhaling, pressing back towards your heels. And then stop and again start small, go in the other direction. A little bigger each time. And release. All right, let's ease back down to your back with the bolster at our lower back. Just make sure also before you come down to your back that your strap is handy as well. If you don't have a strap, no big deal. Like a hand towel or a belt would work too. And ease on down. Let's come into our supported bridge, but we're going to do this with long legs. So really focusing more on our hip flexors. But maybe, actually, let's just sit here for a moment. And of course, your yoga block would work if you don't have a bolster. So actually, let's just stay here in a supported bridge for a few breaths before we do extend out. All right, and then let's go ahead and release with our legs nice and long. And let's hold here for a few. And in fact, your arms can come out at T or even back behind you. Cactus arms. Let's go ahead and bend your knees. Both feet are grounded. And very slowly hug just your right knee into your chest. And, I feel like I need to inch my bolster up just a little bit. So just make sure that bolster has a good supportive place right at your lower back. And then you can either keep your left knee bent here or straighten out your left leg, going deeper into your hip flexors. Soft arms, shoulders relaxed, leg relaxes on both sides. And release our right foot. Add your left foot as well. Both knees are bent. And we'll just switch sides here just for a few breaths. We bring our left knee into our chest. Again, you can keep your, and just relax that leg too. And you can keep your right knee bent or straighten it out. And release again your left foot. This is where we're going to grab your strap. And if you're on your bolster, which you should be, please, if you want to stay on your bolster, just make sure you've got the space. And we're going to start with the strap in our right foot. Your left leg can be nice and long. The strap should be on the ball of your right foot, essentially, really pressing your toes down towards your shins, and your heel to the sky. So that foot should be sort of more in a flexed position. If you're tight like me, you might not be able to tell. You're just relaxing through your arms, your shoulders, this left leg. And taking the strap in your left hand, right arm is out at T. We're going to go ahead and bring your leg across your body. You can let go of the strap and just bend your knee and do this with a bent knee if you wanted to instead. And just doing your best to keep that steady breath, relaxing, releasing tension throughout your body, and fighting the urge to either hold your breath or breathe too quickly. Keep it relaxed, keep it steady. And carefully coming back out of this. And we'll release completely and ease over to the left edge of your bolster. We're just going to switch sides here. Left leg in the bolster, or almost in the strap, sorry. Right leg is nice and long. Of course, you can keep it bent if you need. Arms relax. And as we go from one side to the other, just encouraging you to take a moment to notice any differences between your sides. Letting go on the right leg. And taking a strap across your body, using your right hand to guide your leg across, gaze out towards your left. Keep your left shoulder grounded. And carefully release. All right. From here, just roll to your side. We're going to come on up just for a brief moment to set ourselves up for a final resting position, coming into fish pose, but supported with the bolster. So the bolster is going to come right, underneath right below your shoulder blades. And of course, you could use the block if you want to. Taking up lots of space with your legs. No, coming to the crown of your head if you don't want to use the block, or the block to support your head. Just go ahead and ease into this and breathe. Slowly begin to waken your body back up. Slowly beginning to focus on your breath again. Deep belly breathing, belly rising as you inhale. And slowly exhaling out. And just moving, small movements at first, maybe easing into bigger and bigger movements, going with whatever feels good. And then taking a full body stretch. If you're on the bolster, be very careful here. You might want to roll off. And then just hug your knees into your chest and maybe rock again from side to side, but eventually landing in happy baby. Sleeping baby, which can also be happy. So coming to sleeping baby, basically fetal position, eyes closed, and just stay here for a moment, letting your practice sink in, taking a body scan, checking in with each and every muscle. But then check in with your mood and your energy and your breath as well. And from here, going ahead and pressing yourself up to a comfortable seated position, hands in prayer. Press your thumbs into your chest, close your eyes or gaze down, getting connected to your breath and to your heartbeat. And first, acknowledging yourself for showing up, coming to your mat to take care of you. So now you can go off and take care of those you need to in a stronger, healthier way. But also encourage you to take some time and just think about my passage, or the passage I read a little earlier about finding joy, about about being more compassionate and how we've arrived at this place just from our pain and our hurts. Maybe figuring out a way to take the not so good in your life and turning it around to help others out, to make good out of our pain. And it doesn't have to be anything huge and big. It could just simply being compassionate for others, which can be so big and so valuable. Again, taking care of you, so now you can go off and take care of those you need to. Take one more big inhale. Exhale it out. And from my heart to yours. Thank you so much for joining.